And looks like I am live. Alright. Alright, so I'm just going to be playing some Master Duel today. Climbing the ranked ladder, trying to get some gems. And getting some games in with my performages. Now, currently I'm Bronze 3. I don't play the game as much as I really should. But hopefully get some good games in today. Alright, I'll go second. Alright, they got a Sangan. Sangan meat. So they set one half of the pendulum scales. And it looks like they're playing Performapal. Well, they want scales, let's give them scales. I start by setting Performage and Mirror Conductor. Here comes Max C. Next up. You know what? Let's take the challenge. Let's go. Alright, dealing 500 to both of us, and then Water Dancer will add Polymerization. Back to hand. Next up. Activating Poly. I'm going to send Water Dancer and Flame Eater to summon Trapeze Witch. And I'm just going to go Battle Phase here and swing. Nice simple turn one. So that's Max C. They did get, it's like two draws off that. Alright. So that's not good nor bad as in terms of Max C's. I mean, honestly, if you use Max C, you're going even. So I don't know if they bricked or not, but I will use this chance to Pendulum Summon Water Dancer again. I'll activate the effect, but not really to Fusion Summon this turn, but just more so to thin my deck a bit. Because this turn I will be going into an Xyz Summon. I'm just going to go into battle phase and swing. I have a play for next turn if I get a monster. But other than that, I don't really want to reveal my hand too much so far. I could have gone for game that turn actually, which is upsetting, but I do want to see what my opponent can do. Alright, there we go. Odd Eyes. Odd Eyes Synchron. So we might see some fighting back now. Pendulum Summon, nice. So between levels 2 and 8, which is a really wide scale. I really hope he has target up to 2 cards, you control and destroy them. Yeah, that's fine. So he destroyed his scales to add performer pal monsters. Classic Karibo and Skullcrabat. Alright, those are good adds. Tributing 3 for Slifer the Sky Dragon. Ooh. So I'm going to do this. Now this is going to be a bit risky, but I'm going to activate my effects targeting Slifer the Sky Dragon, which counts as a special summon, I guess? Oh, it's not a special summoned monster. It's only a monster attack position. So I'm going to be... Okay, he attacked Trapeze Magician first. That's good for me, because that lowers... Alright. Let us go. And then Trick Box. So I'm going to take control of Slifer until the end of the turn. And let's special summon out Plush Fire. Then I will special summon out Fire Dancer. Adding a card from deck to hand. Let's add a Hat Tricker. Alright, then that goes to my Pendulum Scales, which allows me to special summon, and let's go with... Since we're special summoning them straight, let's go with Flame Eater, which will win game. And then I still take 500. Alright. Slap a Follow. I do like his deck. It's unfortunate that he did end up bricking, but you can't really help that all the time. He did have an interesting deck though, so I'm hoping this loss doesn't set him down to just running whatever's good at the time, because it's always disappointing to see people join that. If you ever do get into Yu-Gi-Oh, just whatever you do, don't lose your identity as a duelist. But looks like my opponent's going... Oh! My opponent has chosen for me to go first. Not really the ideal situation for me, but let's see if I can make it work. Not a great hand to start this with. I guess my only moves are set Trick Box, activate Bubble Barrier, and set a monster. Now if it protects Hat Tricker, because he only gets one monster out on field, then it's cool. Now I wonder what he's playing. Going second. Speedroids. Ooh. 2 Arc 5 decks in a row that I'm playing against while playing an Arc 5 deck. That is interesting. And another main character. Speedroid Danger. Okay, I take it back. I have no clue what this person's playing. So with cards on board, he can definitely destroy my Hat Tricker here. But if he does destroy Hat Tricker, I do have Trick Box in order to even out that loss. Let's see, what do you have? What do you have? He doesn't have a tuner on board, so he's not going to be able to go into a synchro summon unless he can summon one. He only has 10 cards in his extra deck, which is quite rare. It's not an XC, it's a Link summon. Into Pit Knight. So he got rid of the only two monsters that could actually destroy my Hat Tricker and replaced it with one monster that can destroy my Hat Tricker. Let's see what my opponent is planning, I suppose. It's all I can do. It's all I can do. Alright, and Pit Knight Philly will attack. Performage Hat Tricker is not destroyed by the effect of Bubble Barrier. And... yikes, I wasn't even paying attention, so I don't know what happened. Wait. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see. You know what, I am going to special summon Hat Tricker and go into an XC summon here. Let us go with Trapeze Magician. And then with Trapeze Magician, I'll attack into Pit Knight. Really? Okay, so if I destroy it, I can special summon it, and then it also goes to a main monster zone because it was not Link summoned. Well, this time. Interesting. I don't really get what my opponent's doing here. Ritual Beast Tamer. I am fairly confused here. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon it. So, yes. Battle phase. Interesting that he would go into battle phase here. Maybe his face down. Or he's crashing out. That is option number 2. Now the question is, do I BM? If I draw a monster, I'll do it. Let's see. That is a monster. Start by normal summoning Flame Eater, dealing 500 damage to only my opponent because Trapeze. Next I will activate Polymerization, fusing Trapeze Magician and Flame Eater into Trapeze Witch. Next I'll activate the effect of Rank Up Magical Force, targeting Trapeze Magician. And then Trapeze Magician ranks up into Trapeze High Magician. Nice, nice. And next, High Magician goes into early for game. And then for extra salt, make him lose 600 attack. Give him a follow, because he... Well, actually, I kind of... Let's see. Now we're going on to the fun stuff, seeing if I can glean what my opponent was doing. Check opponent's deck. Alright, let's see. So, Infernoid Evil, Ritual Beast. So he could run that because he has Seje, Pite, and Hondel. Okay. He has 2 Ritual Beast Petalfin, which he has the Laura, and 2 Apoleo. He also has Winda and the Penguin. Ritual Beasts. Oh, he has more Infernoids. Tenpai, Goblin Bikers, a couple Speederoids. I see. I know what he was doing now. It's called trolling. That deck was utter nonsense. I'm assuming it was either just a troll deck, or he just likes those archetypes and decided he wanted to put them together. I'll go second. But now, I'm not saying mixing archetypes is a bad thing per se, but one thing you do have to keep in mind is if those archetypes make sense together. Ooh, Exosisters. I don't really summon much from the grave, though, so I should be somewhat okay. Let's see what they got, though. Exosisters definitely enjoy bullying the graveyard and any monster summoned from the graveyard, to be specific. Let's see, yep, they have the Sophia, the Ellis. Alright. So, yep, of course they're going into an XC summon. Caspital. Special summon monster from the graveyard for the rest of the turn. Alright. So, can I this turn beat Caspital? Absolutely. The only question, however, is how? How do I want to do this? Alright, I'm going to start with summoning Cup Tricker. So I'm instead going to activate the effect of Wind Drainer. Summoning him into attack position. And activating his effect to lower his level by 1. Next I'm going to set a monster. Then I'm going to special summon Hat Tricker. Then let's go into Performage Trapeze Magician. Sir, I have the very simple plan of going band for band with your Caspatel. And unless you have a way to buff her, I plan on winning that. Main phase 2, let's set that. So unfortunate that it banished my Trapeze Magician. I hate it when that happens. I can't even use my rank up magic here. Okay, hopefully Plush Fire does some work here. Let's see, what does all this do? Or in the graveyard, banish it, and you see someone next to sisters. You see someone's turn, banish one card your opponent controls. Okay, and because it was my turn, he didn't Xyz summon that turn. Let's see. Yeah. So he's going into another Xyz summon. Michaelis. There goes my rank up magic. Unfortunate. Well, I had high hopes going in because I didn't have much graveyard effect, but now they're banishing things, and that's not doing good for me. Alright. I still have Plush Fire set. I can use him to summon, or to hopefully summon Fire Dancer. Two level 4s, so he can go into another rank 4. He has 2 rank 4s, so he can go into, I believe they're rank 8. So Sister Gibrine. And there's another rank 4. Another McAllis. Alright. He's probably gonna... Okay, it's a hard once per turn. That's a bright side at least. Alright. Plush Fire activates his effect since he was destroyed. Adding a Fire Dancer. Fire Dancer will activate her effect. Adding a Plush Fire. Let's see. Okay, well, I already got her effect. Yep. It's negated anyways, but... Oh, wait. It didn't work. Alright, cool. That saves me a couple life points, so that's good. Let's see what options I have. I do have Plush Fire and Water Dancer, as well as a Fire Dancer. There it is, the rank 8. Do that a lot. Oh, and it's a quick effect too. Let's set the other pendulum scale with Plush Fire. Of course. If he banishes the Cup Tricker, I have a move at the very least. If he banishes the Plush Fire, I lose. I just can't do anything. Hopefully... Oh my gosh. Lovely. I set the pendulum scale. Please say you can't do it again. Not this again. Okay. That is... So yeah, the only one is her, but... Hello, Brandon. They've been going pretty good. I've managed to run into 2 Arc 5 decks in a row, just climbing up the ladder, which is surprising to say the least. But as you can see, this one is not going as well. But let's see if my next move has something to say about that. Oh, and never mind. I don't get a move. Well, boo. Never mind. I'll just end turn. You win. My hope, at least, was that if I got my scales set up, I would go into Wonky Quartet and hope the top 3 of my cards were a spell card. That way his Wonky Quartet couldn't be banished. Any of that. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to go that way. Just to annoy him. Oh. Alright. Alright, let's go into the next game. And if anyone wants to see a different deck, I also have Cloudians, Time Lords, and Edison Blackwings so far set up. So if anyone wants to see one of those decks, feel free to let me know in chat. Alright, let's see. First things first, I'm going to normal summon Performage Fire Dancer. Imperm. I'm going to set that there so I don't forget. And let's just go Fusion Summon. And these two to summon Trapeze Witch. Okay, we're getting red eyes here. Next I'm going to activate Fusion Recovery, and Plush Fire is the only monster I can grab from the graveyard. And I can't attack because this is turn 1. Red Eyes and Dark Magician. Alright. So I do have Trick Box set ready to go if he does destroying my monster. Let's do this just to lower how much attack I'm taking. Now let's go Trick Box. There we go. Now if he's... It more or less depends. Oh, he's going to fuse using my Trapeze Witch. That is unfortunate. Because now he gets his Red Eyes Archfiend back. And I do not get back Trapeze. Start by normal summoning Plush Fire. Okay, he's getting back a red eyes. Okay. Alright, let's special summon Trapeze, or Performage Hat Trigger. Red Eyes Black Dragon. And let's go. It is Gamba time. Nice. End phase, let's go. There we go. So my hope is at the very least that'll keep me in the game, and Red Eyes Fusion. There's the Dark Magician Girl, there's the Dark Magician. Oh, he's going straight into battle phase. Okay. What keeps me in the game here? All I can do is set you. Maybe keeping him in hand would have been better, but with Red Eyes Fusion in my opponent's hand, negating one yep, there we go. So I'm probably not going to win this one. Alright. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Yeah. There was unfortunately no winning this one. Whew. Alright. Let's check awards. Yes, sir, Dragoons. Also, welcome in New Blitz. You are correct about that. Let's see what we have. Hat Trigger, Flame Eater, and Mirror Conductor. We are going second, so I'll get the benefit of a draw. So for anyone who just joined, I'm playing performages with a little surprise tool for later. A little bit of wonky quartets. Alright, looks like I'm going up against Punk. This ought to be interesting. That's a new one. I have not seen her before. Alright, let's see what we got going here. So Shirakusai. Now, are they playing Punisher here? Yeah. Alright. So 8, 9, 10, 11 here. Amazing Dragon. Special summon to the Gagaku. Alright, so they have Xyz. Gold Pride. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Okay, giving attack. Is that until end of turn? No, it looks like it's just permanent. Special summon the Gold Pride Leon because his life points are lower. Okay, are we going into Synchro 6? I'll be honest, I have not played with the Gold Pride archetype, so not really certain how exactly their end board looks. So it's likely the, or one of those is likely the trap they just added. Okay, special summoning another Captain Carey. Oh, welcome in, Frederick Good. So performages, much to their more or less, what's the word I'm thinking of? Clown theme. They do a lot of backflipping on and off the board, burning both players, so they burn my opponent and myself, and mostly focusing on their Xyz. They recently got some new, a fusion monster, so that's cool. But it's mostly about backflipping on and off the board. Let's switch him into defense position. The destruction was unfortunate. So yeah, without my normal summon, I don't really have a way to get too much on board, but I can summon Hat Tricker. Hopefully he doesn't get destroyed. I'm going to be taking some hurt next turn, but I can at least hopefully get rid of the Jam Fever here. The Water Dancer being destroyed was not ideal. Yeah, that's what I normally try the most. Like, other than Performage, I play Time Lords or Skull Servants. So I try not to run the big bad decks that pretty much everyone's running. I think the closest I did was pure yes, Time Lords, pure Time Lords. So just those, and unfortunately the Trishula is going to come out. No thank you. That's if you want to see it after this game, I can play my Time Lords. I think explaining it in words would be a headache. I think it might not be much longer anyways. I think this guy is going to kill me this turn pretty much. I think for Time Lords, your main goal is either to get Michion out or use your first trap to get 10 Time Lords in the graveyard so you can use your largest Time Lord. And it looks like this is going to be game. They are somewhat very stally, but if you can get, I need to recall which name it was, but there's one Time Lord that simply on attack halves your opponent's life points. So let's see, changing decks. So this is my deck list for my Time Lords. As you can see, it's all Time Lords. Thank you, New Blitz. I like to think it's pretty funny. Alright, so they have the Fiendsmith Mate. So I'm going to go second with Time Lords. I want to be able to attack turn 1. And the draw doesn't hurt either. It really is a stally deck, but you do have... So, my favorite deck is definitely the Performages, but I would say my most important deck would be the Skull Servants. As you can see, skeleton. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Michion the Time Lord. So my mate is the Pearly. It's a rank 2 Xyz dex containing only level 1 monsters, which is wonderful. So first off, I'm going to normal summon Michion the Time Lord. Eternal Soul. Okay. I'm going to hurt him with that next turn. I would, but so far I've been spending all my gems on cards so far. So once I get my main decks built, I'll definitely get the white baking mate. Okay, summoning a berry magician or a magician girl. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking into getting the white baking mate. Just trying to get a few good decks built, especially as I'm trying to upgrade my skull servants at the moment. So during end after battle phase, I have my opponent's life points. I have considered playing some semblance of Yubel. If I were, though, I'd probably play more of the actual anime variant where it's Yubel with heroes. Just for some fun. Alright. So I'm really hoping my opponent attacks into Michion. That would be very funny. But next turn I can actually destroy all of my opponents. Let's see actually. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. Zaphion the Time Lord returns all spells and traps to the deck. Battle phase. He's attacking. Yippee! Okay. So then during my standby phase, Michion the Time Lord returns to the deck. Next up, I will normal summon Zaphion the Time Lord. Enter battle phase. Attack the Dark Magicians. End battle phase. And wipe my opponent's board. Or not. Oh, I guess it does have to go to the graveyard because in the deck it would... in the deck it no longer counts as having an effect, so it doesn't wipe his monster, unfortunately. But I did remove all his back row, and he has 2 cards in hand. He learned, everyone, he has learned. Ah, perfect. Empty Machine. Now Zaphion the Time Lord returns to the deck. I will set my Empty Machine. I'm going to summon Kamayon the Time Lord. Kamayon the Time Lord. End phase. Dark Magicians go back to the extra deck, and he takes 500. Let's see. Okay, there's Dark Magician Staff. I'm going to activate Empty Machine and use its effect. I'll discard Matai the Time Lord to draw 1. Highlight on the Time Lord. Alright. Yeah, you are absolutely correct. You have Yubel, you have Time Lords. Attacking 0 attack point monsters is generally a bad idea. Ooh, also, almost forgot, Avalons. Don't want to attack into a field that only has Tritiniary as well. Alright. So first off, Kamayon gets shuffled into the deck. Next I will also activate Empty Machine. I'll send 1 extra copy of Kamayon to the graveyard in order to draw 1. Another rough ion. Actually, I'll just go for game here. Ratify on the Time Lord. Attacks Magician's Rod. And then deals damage equal to Magician's Rod's attack, winning game. Oh yeah, that's always fun. Alright, made it into silver. Using my weird decks. Let's see. I feel like losing a little bit. Let's play some Cloudians. So, Skull Servants, it's all about pitching your cards to the graveyard. So you have White Princess, which sends White Prince to the graveyard. White Prince. So for my variant of Skull Servants, I actually include an Eldritch Core. But the Eldritch Core's main purpose is I use Super Polymerization combined with Zombie Worlds to act almost as a kaiju on my opponent's board, but I get the fusion. And Super Polymerization will also send my cards like White Prince to the graveyard in order to expedite my buffing of King of the Skull Servants. I can understand where you're coming from. Ooh, we're playing against a Blue Eyes White Dragon with Cloudians. This is gonna be fun. There he is. Blue Eyes Tenpai, yeah. One deck I actually just helped someone build IRL is Blue Eyes Galaxy Tachyon. That was fun to build. It has old Blue Eyes level of bricking problems, so it has really strong combos, just it can brick incredibly easily. So I think that's fair. Let's see. Ooh, please summon something big. I want to see like a trying to figure out a deck. Do you know what kind of playstyle you like in like other games or such? I might be able to. I'm using Snake Eyes mixed with Flamvel. Ooh. That's interesting. I haven't seen a Flamvel in a while, so you know, there's worse things to be using Snake Eyes with, like Fiendsmiths or trying Link and Synchro Mix. All right. I'm just gonna go for the simple play here. That and Raging Control. Yeah. Alright, he... Oh, okay. So he's using that to summon out Blue Eye's Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Monarchs. Ooh, that is a good one. Alright, he's doing another thing. Crimson Dragon. Cashier, however, made you... That's fair. Cashier is good until it's not. Okay, so he's using this to special summon another Synchro. Cipher, alright. That's a direct counter to my Cloud. Let's see. So my guess is everything. Oh no, his first glimpse at what I'm playing, and he realizes he is playing against a Cloudian. Turn change. Oh, wait a second. That was on my turn. I just realized that. Please attack with Spirit. That is fair. Oh. QB. I was not expecting that one. It could be worse. Fluunderies could have had its... Fluunderies wasn't, really too bad here. Azurize. Does this target? This doesn't target. Oh, but he banishes. And they can't be destroyed. Okay, yeah. Returning the banished Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, that Cloudian does get destroyed. It's just... If it gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard... Nuclear Bomb versus Coughing Baby matchup. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately for this one, I am missing a few cards. So I can't play this one yet. I'm only missing 3 copies of Mad Golden Lord. Let's see. Let's hop back on my performages. I do. I'm still waiting for the new support to come out, like the Moisa Whites, the Duke of Demise. Yeah, Monarch's getting new, and Dark Magician as well. That's going to be interesting. I noticed a lot of people were playing Dark Magician recently. I think they're preparing for that to come out. Alright. My opponent gets to go first. Calco. Ooh, Mikankos. Those are fun. Tachyons. Alright. Yeah. What is your question? Why no hand traps or board breakers? I will be honest, it's mostly a thing of pride. I genuinely believe that mastering a deck will bring out more than just I can play 20 hand traps in a deck and run it like that, or I can just gamble my life away. So I do have a board breaker, actually. Here he is. Now let's see if he breaks my board or my opponent's. And polymerization for the win. Next I will special summon. And yeah, that'll end my turn. Let's go. Wonky Quartet. Let's see you work your magic. Oh, and he goes back to my board 3 spell cards. That is... well, 2 spell cards and a trap card. Oh boy. Summoning Zeus, control level 5 or higher fucking Galaxy, special summon level 5. Yep, there we go. Galaxy has Afterglow with Tachyon. So does he break the Wonky Quartet or let me die on it, is the question. Wait. This is a classic opponent not reading situation. He wanted to take control of the Wonky Quartet, but ended up just wasting a material because he can't be affected. Although honestly, that probably would have been better for me. Cipher Blade. Ah, my trick box. No. Are you talking about Cook? I think it's I forget what number he is, but it's the yeah. Yeah. The Invincible Cook build. Alright. I'll do it again. If I'm allowed. Yes! I'll do it again! Let's go. Special summon Hat Tricker. Next up, copy number 2 of Wonky Quartet. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, do I blow myself up here? So if I get 3 monsters, I blow myself up. If I get 1 spell, then Wonky Quartet will require only 1 monster on his board, or on his top 3. No. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Unfortunate. Well, I'm still swinging. Does anything here help me? I'll just send Cup Tricker, I guess. And exactly for game. It was a worthwhile attempt. I'll give the handshake there. Alright. Running animation like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. That would certainly be cool. I would love to see an ending magician or an ending animation for Trapeze Magician. Okay, this is a really good hand. Maybe. Not really. I do have Wind Drainer that becomes level 4. I actually have a build I'm running with Baguska coming up. Ayo, what's up, Marcus Shane? How you doing? Okay, that's Gravekeeper Servant, Dark Sanctuary. So he's trying to play a stall deck. I didn't know he would be doing it by just not using his effects. That's always good to hear. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to normal summon Fire Dancer, activating her effect. Yeah, I have to add Hat Tricker here. Let's see, activate his effect. Special summoning himself. Do a little bit of that. Now I can't battle right now because the swords are revealing light. Clown. Yeah, and it would add another spell card, which I could use for my wonky. Okay. Unfortunately, Master Duel just crashed. Is it crashing my stream as well? Yes, it did. Oh no. Master Duel crashing has revealed something. I'm a League of Legends player. All right, let's try that again. All right, back into it. That was an unfortunate hiccup. Well, at least my stream didn't crash. Celtic Canada. Please not Sky Striker. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes White Dragon once more. Also, Frederick, I believe you were right the first time. That honestly sounds more correct to me. Is real mate. And honestly, you know, the field does kind of fit. Not really, but it's got white. Oh, yep. Profile picture, mate. It's got a nice little bed for it. Alright. I don't know, but I'm about to combo. First off, I'm going to activate Fire Dancer. Oh no, he knows. Well, that might have explained the end of his combo. Maxi. I'm going to add Plush Fire. Now setting the pendulum scale with Water Dancer. Plush Fire. Pendulum Summon. Summoning 4. $1,000 damage to both of us. No biggie, no biggie. Adding a polymerization. That is fair. I think with the I think it mostly came due to the popularity of Arcane from League of Legends. That definitely, to some extent, influenced Konami. So let's see. First things first. He has a move after pretty much everything I do. So next I'm going to activate that. Switching his attack, and now it's free because I have... Oh, I hope not. I really hope Sky Strikers are not getting more. Let's fuse and fuse. Terapi switch. Alright, let's see. Activate the effect of Water Dancer. Next up, into Time Thief Redoer. Effect Veiler. Who are you veiling? Okay. Alright. Cool. Anyways, I'm just gonna swing to face. Are you gonna make me attack the dictator? Yeah, I'll do it. Simply to assert dominance. Cool. I'll do it again. No. And I'll do it again. That'll end my turn. So that was a pretty good first turn on my part, I would say. Ultimate Fusion. Okay. That's actually scary. I don't like that. Alright, Twin Burst. So my only hope is that during his turn I get a trap. Alright, now give me the top deck card of your deck. He only had 2 blue eyes in the graveyard. So, activate the mandatory effect. Please be a trap. Please be a trap. Not yet. Not yet. What are you? A spell. It is Monster Reborn. Let's see. Tyrant Dragon requires a monster that was, like the actual requirements of Tyrant Dragon. It requires a dragon that is, equipped with another monster. So there are ways to cheat it out, but for that actual effect, it does require an equip, and Ultimate Fusion does not ignore fusion requirements. I hate how it cancels all the effects of Time Thief Redoer, not just his draw effect, because why would Ash work? Let me actually make sure I'm right real quick before I speak. It was looking a lot better a second ago. Luckily, if he attacks with Twin Burst into either, it will destroy my Witch if he attacks into it, but... Oh, wait. No, I actually don't know why. Never mind. I was incorrect about Tyrant Dragon. It does just require Blue Eyes White Dragon and a Dragon monster, so I'm assuming he wants to clear my board as quickly as possible, which Twin Burst's ability to make 2 attacks will definitely do that. Alright. So let's say the strongest part of my board is... That is true. Yeah. But luckily, due to the effect of Trapeze Magician, I don't take damage. That is less than his current attack, and Trapeze Witch lowers the attack of all monsters my opponent attacks with by 600. And they cannot target Trapeze Witch, so, well, there goes that idea, but let's see. I do kind of wish I saved my Trapeze Magician for this. His effect. see, if I survive, let's see what I can do here. I have Water Dancer. What's the board? If he destroys one of my performages, I haven't gotten all of them yet. I'm still playing through some of those, so that'll definitely be a big boost to my gems. Alright, let's use the effect of Trapeze Witch. That's unfortunate, but luckily I don't take the damage due to that effect. But I do get Trapeze Magician as well as Plush Fire's effects. So first off, Plush Fire specials himself. And then Trapeze Magician will special summon Fire Dancer. Fire Dancer's effect will activate. Adding to my hand, let's go Hat Trigger. So now he has to destroy my 2 defense position monsters and can't attack. How come you don't ever Pendulum Summon? I did on the first turn. It's just after that he managed to destroy, or I got rid of one of my scales to get the Redoer out. After that it does get a bit harder to Pendulum Summon, just because decks like Performapal definitely has a lot better resource cycling for pendulum scales. Performages in and of themselves were originally designed as a non-pendulum deck. Well, even in the anime, the Performapals were initially bad cards because their abilities were designed centered around pendulum summoning. And then they became pendulum monsters. Performages, the older ones, are the original, and were typically mixed with ancient gears for reasons I can't fathom. Alright, Odd Eyes definitely did carry. Although I would also argue that the Magicians definitely did more, like especially once Astrograph became part of the equation. Let's go Battle Phase, swing into Spirit. Oh, wait. Is that a quick effect? That is a quick effect. Can I redeclare? That's unfortunate. There are a few Link monsters that I could probably run, but again, with the after turn 1 Pendulum Summoning becoming kind of difficult with spot removal, the extra monster zones aren't really as relevant. And I certainly am clicking pretty hard. Unfortunately, no rank up magics yet, or none of my rank up magics. That would certainly be very helpful here. So he knows if he destroys Fire Dancer, I'll just lower his attack. That is certainly true. Alright. This is actually looking... Oh! Numeron Dragon. That is a... that's a big dragon. Wait, does it have piercing? I mean, I don't know why he attacked with Numeron Dragon first there. I'm be 100% real. Because whatever monster he attacked with would probably have been destroyed. Mm. I really did. Although the rank up magic would have definitely... Let's just go for it. Maybe he'll let this through. No, he will not. Yeah, I didn't really have him move as soon as he summoned Numeron, unfortunately. Yay, Jet's back. So let's see. I really should have just not attacked. There we go. Well, I'll give it a handshake. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm 3 URs away from completing this current build. And I do not have enough materials for that one. So yeah, it's not finished at the moment, unfortunately. I could probably take the Mad Golden Lords out, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of running the Eldritches in general. I'll play Sharks, though. next up, just removing the Golden Lords. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Alright, Silent Swordsman. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's start with that. Right, and let's add that. Let's go here. Silent Honor Dark. There we go. Yep, there's the Magic Karibo. Let's end there. Okay. Probably running it with Dark Magician, getting ready for the new support. Just like the last few. Magician and Black Chaos. I believe what you are witnessing is my ankles getting broken. Uh, 43 cards remaining in deck, so that was 6, 7. So a 50 card deck? Possibly both. Let's get Leafless Livefish. Woven Dragon Spider Shark. Let's go. Battle phase. Swing. Sir. Alright, adding Magic Karibo back to hand. Just go there for now. I can see it. No problem. Glad to have you here. Let's see. What does my opponent do here? Really interesting setup my opponent has going here. Dangerfield, World Legacy, Sleeves, Sprite, and Trunade as the mate. Or not the mate, the icon. Dark Magic Inheritance. Possibly. It's looking quite a while for it, though. Really wish the timer didn't pause when he's searching for cards. There's 1,000 Knives. I don't think that was the card he expected either. Alright, buddy. In the words of Samuel Hayden, alright, buddy, I'm going to shit yourself. Let's go. Hit him with the whee. Shark Drake. Then I'll send banish Leafless Livefish. And let's just go battle. Probably the Magic Karibo. I guess we're waiting for the surrender. You know what? I kind of want to see this. What are you running? Dark Magician of Chaos, which I think fills that requirement. Super Soldier Soul. Des Koala. Of course, more of my art. Yeah, we got a Des Koala, Armored Bee here. Timaeus, okay. Gandora. Chronicle Magician makes sense. Dark Magician, the Magician. That is interesting. I will give it an interesting now. Let's see. Ooh, that is true. From opponent's deck. Soul Servant. He does not have Sarcophagus. Oh boy. You know what it looks almost like? It looks like it's stylized like the anime decks, where they run one copy of each card. Except it did have two more Marshmallows and two Dark Magician Girls. But other than that, it was one of each card. Which is unique. Let's see. I'll find out. I believe it already had it in, but I will have to double check after the game. Argus Stars. Right. Check deck. Yep, I have 2 copies of Zombie World in. That was... where is she? There she is. Ween Spirit of Treats. She's basically 2 more copies of King of the Skull Servants. I am currently... There's a few that's coming out, Moist So White, and the new spell, continuous spell that gives King of Skull Servants piercing is not out yet. This core is mostly just get Eldritch on the field or something else so I can super poly into one of the fusions. The new Duke of Demise I don't believe is in Master Duel yet. Oh, super poly. I don't currently have the means to use it, but send Huaquero the Golden Land. What are you doing? Okay. Alright. Next I'm going to set this guy. Activate the effect of Eldritch the Golden Lord. Special summoning the Eldritch. I am going to set White Mare. Now let's do that. Then I will activate Super Polymerization, discarding these 2. Special summoning Dragon Soul Nether Necro. Do that for a Dark Soul token. Just get a decent amount of damage. Okay, another Homestar. I definitely am. Interesting, like Pandora. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately right now I don't have the Mad Golden Lords. Yeah. about to take a lot of damage. Alright. That is fair. Unfortunately, even if I put one in defense mode, the other would have just been attacked. Well, you're late. Yeah. Luckily, if I get another copy of Super Poly, I will be able to use his board. Yeah, forces him to use that to link out into closed heaven. What? I'm guessing there wasn't a Link 3 that would have been better? I'll take it. Let's go, Dark Soul token beat down. Never mind. Yes, sir. He definitely just did all of that. There she is. So, luckily she still doesn't get the benefit because they're not warriors. I might actually die to beat down this turn, though, unfortunately. Yep, it looks like I am going down here. Alright, you know what? That was a good game. Alright. Alright, unfortunately, I'm definitely going to have to call it a night for today. If you ever wanted to hang out while I play, I'm usually on about the... Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely be working on that in time, and this as well isn't the final version of the deck, just, so I'm usually on, every Tuesday around this time. Usually go until about 11, starting at, 8 or 9. if you make it to next week's stream, I'll definitely see you there. Probably have a little bit more built up decks. Got a decent number of gems today. So let me take a look. Actually, I haven't looked yet. Let's see. Wait. So it looks like the deck you start out with. Okay, so yeah, the goal's to reach the end, and it looks like you add to your deck whenever you land on these spaces. Yeah, I just always liked the generators. Really fun. But as I said earlier, I'm gonna have to call it a night for now. Maybe see you next week. It was definitely fun talking to you. Have a good night.